Getting ready. Tweet number 1. Tweet number 2. Getting ready. Popping out the chat. Adding the chat. Let's see. Boom. Got the chat. Fixing the like button. Let's see. Hi, chat. Oh, there it was. 14 watching now, 3 likes. All right, here we go. Good morning, Bitcoin. Today is Friday, March 13th. Friday the 13th, 2020. We're checking out the price of Bitcoin. The price of Bitcoin is up 6.6% since yesterday's bloodbath, with a last of 5,205, a high of 6,220, and a low of 3,956. That's $1 for 19,276 Satoshis. Well on the other side of the 15,000 Satoshi barrier, a far cry from the 10,000 and 5,000 that we saw once, and much closer to the 20 or maybe the 25,000 Satoshis. The Dow Jones Industrial Average recovered slightly, up 3.23%, with a last of 21,884. The previous close was 21,200. Previously, the Dow Jones Industrial Average had been in the 29,000 range, so we are still significantly down from the top. Checking out the news articles, everyone writes about the price, and the price. Bloomberg writes in, Bitcoin drops 50% in epic 2-day tumble. CNBC, cryptocurrencies see 93.5 billion wiped off of value in 24 hours as Bitcoin plunges 48%. Forbes, Bitcoin crash 2020. Decrypt. Just during the crash, Coinbase finally launched Bitcoin batching, a transaction protocol that ProTip open source project used 4 years ago. I mean, it's been very obvious. Coinbase launched another new feature. Meanwhile, Business Insider, Bitcoin taked 50% amid coronavirus market panic. And TechCrunch, Bitcoin is having a very bad day. Market Watch, Bitcoin plunges 26%, its sharpest sell-off in 7 years, so on and so forth. They also say here at the bottom, FTX CEO, Bitcoin price might have gone to zero if BitMEX hadn't have gone offline. Interesting idea there. Checking out, of course, flattenthecurve.com. This is what we're doing now with the coronavirus. We are attempting to flatten the curve. The reason to stay home, the reason to self-quarantine, the reason to wash your hands, other than you not getting sick, is to help other people not get sick. If everyone in our society gets sick at the same time, we're going to overwhelm the hospitals. There'll be no beds, and more people will basically die. More people will have more serious reactions if we all get sick at the same time. Instead, we want to get sick slowly over time, region by region. So we want to protect that. We want to self-quarantine. We want to flatten the curve. That's what we're doing on the coronavirus. Checking out the price of Bitcoin since we started the show. Looking at Crypto Watch, 5,180. Top stories today. They're one step ahead of us here in the chat, Jeremy. Coronavirus, English, local elections postponed for a year. This is the horror show that we've always feared here in the United States. I, for one, thought W. Bush was going to stay, and now I'm kind of in the camp that thinks Trump's going to stay. So will the United States be able to have an election, given that England has just pulled their elections for a year? If you think about it, an election is just as bad as a convention. A bunch of people standing in line, sneezing and coughing on each other, then all using the same election booths, then all using the same equipment. It could be very bad. America is Broken by David Wallace Wells. More from the author of the book, The Uninhabitable Earth. And I think I read parts of this article yesterday. Still worth checking it out. It's in the Intelligencer. You can Google that. America is Broken. We also had a great quote from David Wallace Wells on Twitter. He says, "A single Chinese billionaire is providing more test kits to Americans than the CDC and the entire federal government has managed. And not just a few more, many more, by orders of magnitude." So it is pretty scary. This is, of course, referring to Jack Ma and the Alibaba Foundation. One of China's .com billionaires, runs Alibaba, is donating hundreds of thousands, looks like, 500,000 testing kits and 1 million masks to the United States. A very kind donation, though sadly a kind of a reminder of how badly our government is failing us right now. You wanted to get rid of the government, this is what it looks like. Additionally, Trump administration has been blocking states from using Medicaid to respond to the coronavirus crisis. Presumably, they just don't like Medicaid. It's a government-run healthcare system, and they don't want the system to be highlighted or used or to have more users, which, of course, this would lead to them having an increased enrollment. This is pretty much over now, as the president is slated to declare a national state of emergency, which would allow Medicaid to be used to respond to the coronavirus. Why shouldn't we use it? Shout out to Pete Rizzo, who says, "Hey, we need a 24-hour call-in radio show." And our good friend Coin Laughs, Laffs, follow him on Twitter. And he says, "Mad Bitcoins is live now." That's right. Maybe you already have what you need. Now, of course, I was probably offline by the time Pete got there. I did a 4-hour show yesterday, and I got to take breaks sometimes. But it's great of Coin Laughs to give out the link, help spread the word. And as he says here, he was live during the darkest bear days and other notable events and kept me company. So that's a pretty great compliment, pretty great thing that we were able to do, that we're able to accomplish when we work together, when we enjoy these shows, when people call in and we have the conversation together. It's a pretty cool thing. So shout out to Coin Laughs. Very cool stuff on Twitter. Check out our fundraiser where a guy was making fun of us for not hedging. But look at this. Our goal used to be a mere 115 Bitcoins. Now our goal is 192 Bitcoins. Still $1 million. We're 0.05% towards our goal. And you can donate now with a Bitcoin or a Lightning QR code on your screen right now. We've had 32 donors. Thanks so much for your support. That's about it for the news I had ready. I wanted to open it up for calls. If you guys want to call in now, you can call in at 1-518-600-1949 or Skype us on World Crypto Network. All one word. Let me copy and paste that into the chat in case you can't hear it. And see what else is going on. Otherwise, we're just going to do a quick update show right here, depending on if people are around. And later today at 1 o'clock, we'll be doing the Bitcoin group right here, a roundtable discussion. We've done about 200 of them. It's a pretty great show, pretty fun. Jeremy wants to know if Alex Jones toothpaste will be one of the topics. I don't know. And I'm sure the Alibaba kits are all clean. China has no reason to give us more corona. We've got lots of corona already. So I think more importantly, watching the stock markets today, listening to CNBC, they were talking how excited they are for China's recovery and that China's going to be back and they're going to be producing things. But then the problem is we're not going to be buying anything. So we're not quite back together, and we need to fix the whole world. And it's one of those things where the effects of this are going to just be felt all the way around, and we're going to see what happens. But this was just a quick update show. Be sure to join us later on for the Bitcoin group at 1 o'clock. Michael McMurray says, "Is it too early to drink? Work was shut down for 3 weeks. But you probably still have to work from home. Who knows? Although the worst part of a shutdown like that is you might not be getting paid. So it might be too early to start drinking, but it's got to be 4 o'clock somewhere, right? Or 5 o'clock. Whatever it is. But thanks so much for joining us on this quick update show of the Thomas Hunt Show. Give us a thumbs up and a share. We're going live today at 1 o'clock Pacific time. That's about 3 hours from now. It's now 10 o'clock Pacific time. It is very difficult, all the crazy time zones, but hope to see you guys there in just a little bit for the Bitcoin group. Until next time, bye-bye.